So I gotta admit, I was more than a little surprised with the feedback I got from people last night about the secret sauce I'm using on the wood to make it look so good. So I figured I'd just bring a piece out and show everybody kind of what I'm starting with and what I'm ending with, and we'll see how it goes from there. This is a chunk of mahogany. I've polished it down or sanded it pretty good. Started with a 80 grain and then went to 120 grain and finally a 400 grain, so it's pretty smooth. This is the secret sauce I made last night. It's not that secret really. It's basically a 3-to-1 mix of beeswax and olive oil, and just melt it down in a double boiler and then let it sit and solidify all night. So I'm just gonna scoop some out. And originally I tried putting it on with a rag. My arm just got tired, my hands were getting messy anyways, so I thought I'd just try putting it on by hand. And that seemed to work pretty good, and I got a lot less tired. You'll be able to watch and see what it looks like. You can see I get kind of messy, but it's par for the course, I guess. It'll take a few scoops out of the jar to get it to the point where I'm completely done with this piece. My light in here is kind of harsh. I've got a 3-bulb fixture straight over my head, so it's a little bright. Probably not doing great with the camera. The beeswax that I have, actually I've done it 2 different ways. My wife had some wax that she bought for using for school. She teaches, and she was showing kids how to make candles, so she had some of this real soft sheets of honeycomb wax that she gave the kids, and they just pretty much rolled them up with a wick inside, and that was their candles. And the first batch I had was a little bit of a purple tint to it, so the polish came out looking a little bit purple, but it didn't really seem to make a difference on the wood. This batch, we actually, she did another project where instead of using wax paper, she was showing kids how you can take a piece of cloth and melt wax into it, and then that ended up giving the same function as wax paper, and that was environmentally a better option. So she bought these little pellets of beeswax, and they came in like I think she ordered like 1 pound, which was super, we thought it was going to be relatively small. Turns out it's this giant bag of pellets. So she had a ton left over, so I just kind of stole some of that last night to mix up this latest batch. And just to give you an idea, this is a jelly jar, a small one, so you can see how big that is, and it's pretty much full all the way up. I don't know if it's the fact that I got really nice chunks of wood or what, but it just, doing this process almost makes it look like there's gold flecks embedded in the wood or in the grain. It's pretty amazing. I did the first side of these boards last night and just let them sit overnight. I put a pretty thick layer on because I just wanted to let it soak in. One of the articles I read about using this stuff, the guy that wrote it said that functions both as a sealer and a polish. Some of the work that I've done before, I ended up doing a resin coat on top, just because I wanted to protect it. I thought that a nice thick sheet of resin looked pretty cool. But at this point, I'm not sure I'm going to need to do that again, because this does look really, really good. I'm working in the garage and it's a little cold in here. It's probably the 40s right now, so this doesn't melt down too much, but as long as I keep moving it around, the warmth from my hand seems to get it to melt pretty good. And the wood seems to be doing a good job of absorbing it. Just got sitting on a couple of shop towels because I don't want to scratch it on the bench. So I don't know how well you can see. Got lots of fingerprints and stuff in it, but it just brings out the color in the wood amazingly well. Thanks for watching.